Alright, welcome back to another Art of War 3 replay. I'm your host, John Cena, and today we're going to be doing a 2v2 battle here. I'm going to be the purple Confederate player. My ally, Bullet 82 MK2, is going to be the blue Confederate player. So let's go and get into it. We're going to be facing off against two Confederate players from the Death Team squad. One of them is Katie Pie, rank 19 with a 73% win rate. They are the blue player. The other person is Lord. They are rank 20. They have 5 medals. So, interesting lineup here. Let's go and get into it. We can see that Bullet is getting a scout onto the green player, the medalist. We can see that they are already HQ4, but they only have 5 supply centers. So that's an interesting build. Let's see what Katie Pie is up to. Katie Pie has 9 supply centers, HQ3 at the time, but about to start teching up the HQ4. I need to tech up the HQ4. We're going to be in for a big fight here. So Vertex coming in, Bullet doing a good job just harassing the green player, just making sure that green is going to be under pressure. We can see that green is going to go for the mass aviation build here. We can see some Typhoons starting to come out for green for anti-air defense measures. Bullet is going to go ahead and retreat. Bullet is continuing to produce Vertex here, starting to build some more infrastructure as well. My plan is to go for a full ground build. I'm going to go for Zeus, Shield, Typhoon, but we might have to go a little bit heavier on the Typhoon side since there's Vertex roaming the battlefield. We can see some action in the air unfolding there. Green and Bullet fighting it out. We're going to go ahead and take care of this infantry here, just so we can get those resources. Every little bit of resources is going to count in terms of our ability to quickly produce a full HQ4 army. So I've got multiple factories going, and we can see that Bullet here, meanwhile, is patrolling the area with the Vertex. And we're going to get a scout onto Katie Pie's base. Let's see what Katie Pie is up to. So we see that they are HQ4 at this time. We still don't know what kind of build that they're going for, but we do know that they're going to camp. So we can see that Bullet is continuing to produce more units. Green is harassing Bullet with the Vertex. Bullet's going to scramble the Vertex. We're going to score some hits onto the infantry there, and the infantry for the green player are going to pull back. So I've got some extra resources. I have a full HQ4 army. I'm going to drop some anti-air towers for defense. And we can see that Bullet is going to get a scout onto the green player. And it looks like Green's still HQ4 at this time. Full flights of Vertex. Let's see what Katie Pie is up to. We can see double avia factories and triple airfields. So both green and blue are going for full aviation. So this will be very interesting. We'll see how this plays out. Usually one player goes for a ground build. And we can see Green's trying to harass me with the Vertex, scoring some hits onto my ground army. I'm going to activate the shield generator. I don't think Green's coming back though. I have a lot of Typhoons, and I don't think Green wants to deal with that just yet. Meanwhile, Bullet's scoring some harassment hits with the Vertex. I'm going to start to move my ground army into position. My plan is to put them on hide mode and put the Typhoons on non-hide mode. We're going to try and sneak up on them, but we can't. We got bunkers in the way here from Katie Pie. And here we go. First major engagement of the battle unfolding. Katie Pie's launching all of their Vertex. And here comes Lord with all of their Vertex too. Lots of Vertex, just scoring lots of hits onto my ground army. Looks like Katie Pie is focusing down my Typhoons while Lord is going after my Zeus tanks. Here comes Bullet with some really nice support. And now we've got a full aviation battle unfolding as my ground army tries to move in onto Katie Pie's base. And we can see that Bullet's doing a good job trying to cover my units here, but there's just a lot of aviation in the air. We're going to try to clean up as much production as possible. Again, we can see that there's a lot of really good supply center infrastructure from Katie Pie, so the strong economy is going to help dampen the blow there. So we can see there's a siege line established by the green player, some Zeus tanks and Typhoons for defense. So my Zeus tanks have cleaned up one avia factory and the assault vehicle factory, so let's see if we can get that second avia factory. We get the avia factory, really nice pickup. That's going to delay production for the blue player. Vertex coming in for the green player. And it looks like I'm only down to a handful of Typhoons here, so that's not going to cut it. I need to rebuild my ground army. I'm HQ5 at this point, And now I'm going to try to get some more Zeus tanks and some more Typhoons in the mix. Okay, here we go. We got a scout onto that large resource container. Bullet is going to score some nice hits onto the Vertex there, but is going to take some hits from those Typhoons. So we can see that Bullet is also checking up to HQ5 at this time. Meanwhile, I am replenishing my ground army. I am already HQ5 by this point. And I'm going to ask Bullet to see if he can get a scout onto blue and green again. So Vertex comes up. Let's see what they're up to. So we can see Katie Pie has replaced their factories. Does not have all the Vertex back yet. So that was a nice scout from Bullet. Bullet's going to try and scout the green player as well. Looks like green is transitioning to more of a heavy ground build. So we see a lot of Typhoons and Zeus tanks. So I've built a construction yard there just in case I need to drop some more factories. Bullet's Vertex, meanwhile, are patrolling the battlefield here, and they are going to redock just so they can refuel. Right now, I'm close to max command points. Once I hit max command points, I think I'm going to launch my assault here. Here comes the green player. Green's launching a huge attack onto Bullet's base here. So Bullet's trying to defend with the Vertex, but there's tons of Typhoons in the area. And this is a tough spot that Bullet is in. Those Vertex are just getting shredded every time they swing in for a hit. Green is losing some Zeus tanks there. But we can see that Bullet's in a tough spot now. He doesn't have much to defend with, so I need to move in now. So I'm going to try and see if we can pull off a base trade here. So it's going to be my HQ5 army versus Green's HQ4 army. And we can see the Zeus tanks there supported by the shield generator. Bullet is practically out of ground units to defend with. Katie Pie now bringing in the Vertex, trying to take care of my Zeus tanks. I have punched through Katie Pie's defensive line. They had rocket towers with bunkers, and now I'm trying to move in onto Katie Pie's base. If we can take out some infrastructure here, that's going to really help us out here. And we can see the green player is starting to clean up some of Bullet's infrastructure there, so it's a race against time. My ground army versus Green's ground army. Who's going to be able to clean up their respective armies first? Green's bringing in some Vertex to try and support. I've got so many Typhoons, though. Shield generator finally activates. I should have activated the shield generators earlier, so that's my mistake. So we're trying to fire onto Katie Pie's headquarters there. Meanwhile, Green is also trying to get to the headquarters as well. Bullet is trying to spam as many ground units as possible. We are firing onto that HQ4 for Katie Pie, and let's see if we can finish it. Vertex coming in once again, but they're taking so many hits from my Typhoons. The level 4 headquarters goes down. No more units for Katie Pie. Meanwhile, the green player is slowly taking care of Bullet's infrastructure, but I think we're starting to win the race here. Bullet still has the headquarters on his side, so he can continue to produce ground units just to spam and buy time. If Bullet can delay the green player long enough, we can make this into a 1v2. So I need to retreat now at this point. I don't have these Zeus tanks left. I've got a gold production boost going right now, and that's just going to help me make units to send to help Bullet. I'm upgrading 2 of my special vehicle factories just so I can pump out more torrents. So my ground army moves in once again. Katie Pie is desperately trying to rebuild, but I'm going to catch them by surprise with my army. So now I'm starting to stream in reinforcements towards Bullet's base, but Bullet's going to need to hang in there. It's going to take me a little bit to get my troops over there. Meanwhile, we see that Katie Pie is out of units. They do not have anything left to defend with except a couple rocket towers. So now I'm going to divert all my ground troops over to Bullet. So I got some Zeus tanks starting to come in now to help with the defense. I'm also sending over some torrents, so I'm using all of my spare command points to help Bullet defend. I'm going to use a gold vehicle scout boost that's going to help my units get to Bullet's base quicker. Meanwhile, my handful of Zeus tanks is going to continue to clean up Katie Pie's base. Vertex coming in for the green player. Green is still trying to break the front line for Bullet. Bullet's got a few extra command points and is able to keep making a handful of heavy assaults. And with my ground troops, we were able to push out the green player. So now this is looking really bad for the green and blue player. They're trying to see if they can finish off Bullet, but I don't think they'll be able to. I have lots of heavy armor inside Bullet's base, so Bullet's going to be able to rebuild, but we can see here, meanwhile, Katie Pie is not going to be able to rebuild. I've got a huge ground army inside the base. and lots of Tycoons, so the green player will not be able to send any Vertex without taking casualties. So now we got a nice defensive line set up. We got lots of Zeus tanks, Torrents. We're going to go ahead and deploy the Torrents around the base just to set up a nice defensive line. And this is the final attack from the green player. Green's going to try and break Bullet one more time. But we have so many units here. Lots of Zeus tanks, heavy assaults, and Torrents here. And it's not going to be beatable by the green player. Green is going to retreat. And at this point, green knows this game is a lost cause. So green at this point is going to self-destruct their base. And that is good game. Alright, hope you all enjoyed this battle. Good luck with your battles. We will see you in the next one.